All
right, so I intentionally did not print off a note sheet for you guys today because we're only going to talk about these things right here. Okay, so I want you to write them down yourself. We're not going to go through the rest of this note sheet here because we hopefully discovered a lot of this stuff yesterday in the activity. So the goal of this section is to determine if something is a parallelogram, or prove that something is a parallelogram. We actually have 5 ways that we can do that. Okay, and they're directly related to the properties of parallelograms from the last section. So, if we can show that both pairs of opposite sides are parallel, then we can say the figure is a parallelogram. So you did that in the activity, finding the slope of all 4 sides of our quadrilateral, and then showing that the opposite sides had the same slope. Okay, so we can put a little way that we're going to prove this. Okay, opposite sides have the same slope, so we need to use the slope formula to find the slope of all 4 sides. Okay, another way is that both pairs of opposite sides are congruent. So, we use the distance formula to show that in the activity. Okay, so if we can show that opposite sides have the same slope, then it's a parallelogram. If we can show that opposite sides are congruent, then it's a parallelogram. Now notice it says both pairs, right? We have to show that both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, or both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. The next one, both pairs of opposite angles are congruent. There isn't a great way to do this given coordinates, right? This is more something like if we are given information about the angles, then we can say that the figure is a parallelogram. Okay. Now, the 4th one on here, the diagonals bisect each other. That's not something that you did in the activity yesterday. Okay? But if I were given coordinates, okay, where we found slopes, found the lengths of sides, how could I use coordinates to show that the diagonals bisect each other? Any ideas? Find the midpoint. Exactly. Yeah, we want to find the midpoint of both and see if it's the same point. Okay? If the midpoint of both diagonals is the same point, then they would bisect each other. So, find midpoints of both diagonals. And then the final way, okay, which you did look at in the activity yesterday, was one pair of opposite sides is both congruent and parallel. Okay, so if I can just show one pair of opposite sides, and I find the slope and the length of that one pair of sides, that's enough to say that the figure is a parallelogram. Okay, so find the length and slope of one pair of sides. So hopefully we're jotting this down so that we have this to reference back to. Not a good plan. So this is essentially everything in this section. Okay, there are some problems just like the last section. You can see this example down here where we are given maybe opposite sides or opposite angles, and the wording of the question is just slightly different, but it's the exact same type of problem where we would set opposite sides equal or set opposite angles equal or consecutive angles, set them supplementary or set them equal to 180 because they are supplementary. Okay, but this section is all about proving that something is a parallelogram. And we're showing that something is a parallelogram by doing one of these things. Questions? All right, so that's pretty much the whole lesson here. We discovered a lot of this stuff yesterday. So today we're just going to do a little bit more practice with this stuff. I can be playing the Grinch in the background as you guys work on stuff if you would.